Yo, what's going on, guys? I will be showing you my favorite and my top 4 builds in NBA 2K25. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they are the best builds in NBA 2K25, but I will say that these are my favorite, and hopefully you guys will like them too. So the first one we'll be going over is my Big Shaq build. I call him Big Shaq. That's what I like to call him. I even have my player look like him in real life. So let's get straight into it. So what you're gonna want to do is I'll be going over this build and the things that I like about it, but you can also tweak it. It doesn't have to be the same build. This could be a template. I really like this build, not only for content purposes, but I also think that it's viable in the rec scene. I wouldn't say pro-am because you would need a higher pass sag, but I like this for 2s, 3s, and rec. So you need to be starter 3 to get your extra set of cap breakers, your +5. So what I did with this build is, as you can see, I mean, it's not really a post up, you know, type of center. We get an 80 close shot, 45 driving layup, 65 driving dunk. Now, I think I could have lowered it, I believe. Maybe not. I don't think I can. Hold on, let me see. No, you can't. But I will say Dwight Howard is one of the best dunk packages in the game for big men. I think you have to be 7 foot and up, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. He has, like I said, he has one of the best. Get a 95 standing dunk. Now, what I did was, since I'm starter 3, I added my +4. I added +4 to this to get 99 standing dunk, right? Because if I would have went 99 standing dunk off rip, I wouldn't be able to put all these attributes up everywhere else. You feel me? So I went +4. You get legend, rise up, which is broken in this game. Obviously, no midi, no 3-point. Your free throw, I believe, I'm not gonna lie, I think you could green with a 40 free throw. Like I said, I will be using this build in the rec. You will be seeing some gameplay more on this build. I also stream on Twitch. If you guys want to check that out, I do play on this build and all my other builds as well. You get a 75 pass sack. Now, what I did was, if you're level 40 in the season pass, you get a +1. You get a max +1, right? So what I did was I just max +1 my break starter, obviously, because we cannot get an 87 pass sack. So I did that. You get silver dimer, which silver dimers probably, silver and gold are the best set of dimers in the game. I feel like Hall of Fame, if you've experienced this, let me know in the comments. With Hall of Fame dimer, I think you get really quick load ups on your jump shot on standstill. Like, let's say somebody passes you the ball who has Hall of Fame dimer, you get really fast jump shots or catches, I would say. And I don't really want that. I'd rather, you know, some smooth catch and shoot, no hitches, you know. So I think the silver dimer is just about right. Like I said, you still get gold break starter to throw the break on 3s and 5s in the rec. 78 interior defense. I know some people will be like, yo, but that's too low. I think this is just right. If you guys didn't know, there is no paint defense in this game. So I feel like the higher you go, you're just wasting attribute points. I will say also, I feel like this game is all about positioning. It's more about positioning yourself under the basket, not getting pushed all the way under the basket, because if you do get pushed all the way under the basket, it's a free layup, free dunk. So, and I'm 7 foot, 290 pounds, you know, so I think I'm, with max wingspan, I think I'm fine. I played pretty good interior defense. You do have a 43 perimeter defense. I'm not going to lie. If you got stick, I'm not going to lie, I might be trolling, but if you got stick, you might be able to box somebody, because I don't know if I put any clips up, but I think I boxed somebody. I think I boxed a little 6'2" guard with this. You get a 45 steal. If, I will say, if you play the lane perfectly, like if it's thrown right at your face and you time it at the right time, you're going to steal it. I think in one of the clips I showed there, I did get a steal. I got a few steals actually playing the Old Town event. We get an 84 block, silver paper troller, gold pogo stick, silver high flying denier. What I will say is that a lot of silver badges are underrated, or I would say overlooked, because they're silver. You know, there's a lot of silver badges that still do the job, you know, when it comes to performing. I really like a lot of these silver badges. I think silver paint patroller is the best. Maybe you could throw on gold, maybe, kind of like last year's anchor, where the higher your anchor is, the more likely you're gonna foul. So I think silver is just right. Now let's go on to the best attribute on this build. All right, in the clips I shown, you know, I get a lot of offensive rebounds, guys. Unfortunately, I didn't clip the game where I had 17 rebounds in the park. I had 17 rebounds on the 3s, you know? And I'm gonna say 90 to 95% of those rebounds was all offensive rebounds. And another good thing is that offensive rebound is very cheap. Very, very, very cheap. So I suggest you go ahead. If you are a center, like I said, you don't have to make this build. You can lower your standing dunk to 90 to get gold rise up. You can even do 81 if you like. I know I've seen a lot of centers with 81 standing dunk, a lot of stretches. For silver rise up, you can max +1 and get it to gold. You know, there's a lot of ways, you know, to make your build, you know, OP and how you want it, you know? So, like I said, 99 offensive rebound is cheap and is broken in this game. You get an 84 defensive rebound. Don't let that number fool you. I know a lot of people will be like, yo, but why not, you know, try to go to the 90? Bro, you have legend rebound chaser, you know? Look at this. You have a legend rebound chaser. You know how OP that is? You get a 60 speed, which is really good for a 290-pound center, you know? Agility's a little bit low, but you know, you're more like, especially in the fives, you're more likely either playing corner on defense, depending on what you're playing, whether it's zone or man. You're most likely going to be playing the corner or the middle, so you're not really moving too much, you know? So 98 strength. Now let's go back to what I said about 95 standing dunk. I said I added my +4, right, to get 99 standing dunk. So that means I'm left with 1 left, right? 1 cap breaker. So I added the 1 to strength, and I get 99 strength, which gives me legend brick wall. I'm not gonna say it's broken and it's consistent, because it's not. It's not consistent. Sometimes I feel like for the majority of the game, I get great animations in terms of me actually setting the screen and hitting them, you know, hitting the defender really well. And I know how to set screens in this game. For the most part, I set them really, really well. And a lot of the times they get through it. I feel like legend brick wall is pretty good. I don't really see a difference in Hall of Fame and legend. So it's all preference, whatever you want to do. I will say, though, I do like these red badges. They look really good, so it's tempting to make a build with 99 something. Now, onto the vertical, which is really good. You get gold aerial wizard, gold pogo stick, and silver high flying denier. We went over that already, so let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section below. I will be showing you guys another build, so let's get straight into it. Now, let's move on to my 6'4" hash build, man. Listen, guys. Listen. A lot of people were saying, yo, 6'4" and up is not good. You don't get mini marksman, this, that, whatever, you know? But listen, I think I might have found the sauce, man. And this is, listen, this is all adjusted to your liking. You, like I said, man, you don't have to make this build. You don't have to. You can use it as a template. I'm more of a non-dribbler. I don't dribble. I do the basic things in the game. Right, I do the little Steve Francis left, right. The only quote unquote comp thing I know how to do is maybe quick stop. That's probably the only thing I know how to do. I have IQ when it comes to certain things. You know, I know how to make it the extra pass, the right pass, when to hit the slip, when not to. And I know how to time my jump shot. Obviously, a lot of people are still struggling in this game. I will be honest with you guys. There is some games where I'll go 7 for 7, 8 for 8, and the next game I'll probably go 3 for 10. I don't know. Hopefully this patch that we get is going to do something to fix that. But anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into this build. You want to go point guard 6'4", 195 pounds, 6'6" wingspan. Now, in the clips that you see of this build, right, that build that I made was completely wrong. First of all, there's no point to make a build that has a 99 3 ball or a 97. And I say this because, I mean, if you're fine with go limitless, that's cool. You could go 95 3. I suggest you go 96 to get that Hall of Fame limitless range. And also you can max +1 and get it to legend. Having legend limitless range as a 6'4" is insane. That's number one. Let's just go back to this. You get an 80 driving dunk, 75 driving layup. Right, you get a 46 standing dunk, which gives you all the good stand dunk animations, one hand, two hand. With the 80 driving dunk, I believe, I don't know, I gotta check, I believe you can put on Malik Monk dunk package. Like I said, the videos that you see on this build, I made it completely wrong. I spent $100 down the drain, wasted. I went 97 3 for no reason. I don't know why. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go 96. You're a second ball handler. This build is mainly for rec. I don't play pro-am. I don't play comp pro-am. So there might be a better version of this build, you know? There just might be a better version of this build. So what you're going to want to do is go 65 pass act. Like I said, you're the secondary ball handler. Your job is to get a bucket. Since I'm starter 3, I added my +5 to ball handle. Hall of Fame handles for days. And I believe I have Hall of Fame ankle assassin, if I'm not mistaken. I get gold unpluckable as well, or Hall of Fame. I don't know. Adding my +5, I do get Steve Francis with this build as well. Getting that as a 6'4" is kind of crazy. I think it's dope because I'm mostly taller than a lot of point guards and shooting guards. I'm 6'4", so even though the locks are gonna be 6'4", I know some people are gonna say, oh, but you don't get mini marksman. Look, there's no contestism in this game, none whatsoever. If you saw in the clips, I was shooting yellows with silver badges. Silver badges. I was green and yellows, bro. There's no contest system in this game. Don't let mini marksman fool you. It's cool to see. It's a nice visual thing to see, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really think it's worth it. Not saying that the badge is useless. Don't twist my words. I think that badge is great because you can tell a difference sometimes, you know? But I think for the most part, if you're tall, you know, and I have Hall of Fame Deadeye, I'm going to be shooting in a lot of people's faces and shooting over a lot of people as well. So, like I said, add your +5 to ball handle. You get gold, the lightning launch. You can also max 1 this to get it to Hall of Fame. I got a 92 perimeter defense. Like I said, this is a hash build to get gold challenger, gold on-ball menace, and gold pick dodger with Hall of Fame off-ball pest. If you have great defense, I think you're going to be completely fine with a 92 perimeter D. So I went with a low steal because I wanted to up my perimeter defense. I don't know if this next patch they're going to buff plucks, which in my opinion, I don't think they do, even though the plucks are a little bit non-existent to an extent. Right? I do think sometimes they are a little bit broken, but for the most part, like when the game first dropped, there wasn't really any all ball steals. I could probably count in my hands how many times I've seen one. So I went 73 steal. You can also max 1. The interceptor can get it to gold. Silver interceptor is really good, especially if it's thrown right at your face. You're gonna steal it 100%. Now moving on, you get a 90 speed, which is really, really good. You get an 82 agility, which gives you Hall of Fame shifty shooter, gold slippery off ball. You get a 65 strength, which gives you silver strong handle. You can also max 1 this, get it to gold, and you get a 60 vertical, which doesn't really give you anything. But so let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section, and I will be showing you guys another build. Let's get straight into it. All right, now moving on to one of my favorite builds in the game, my 6'2 PG. This build is actually really really good, and I like it a lot. I'm probably going to use this build all throughout the year, which is very rare, especially in NBA 2K. You know, we always make new builds and we tend to forget about the ones that we first made. So I think I'm going to be using this build, you know, for the rest of 2K. I might make another point guard, you know, maybe with a little bit more dunking, but I just think that this build with, you know, all cap breakers is going to be broken. But anyways, what you're going to want to do is go point guard position, 6'2", 198 pounds, 6'3" wingspan. Now, I know some of you are probably going to look at why you went, you know, so heavy. Like I said, man, I make builds for myself. I don't usually go by, you know, the meta and whatnot, even though, you know, it's easy to fall into that because you want to be at an advantage just like everybody else is. So I think my build is made how I wanted to make it. So I went with an 80 drive and dunk, which gives you Malik Monk dunk package. You get an 80 drive and layup, silver physical finisher, which I think is pretty good. And it's an underrated badge. So I like this badge a lot. 46 standing, you, like I said, you get all the 2-hand standing dunk packages, which is really good for a point guard. 84 midi. Now what I did was I added my +5 to the 3-point shot. So I have a 99 3 ball in this build, 85 free throw, 85 pass sack. Bronze bailout is probably one of the best badges in the game. All you need is bronze, man. You don't need anything higher than that unless they do some type of patch and you need a higher pass sack, but I think bronze bailout is the best. You get versatile visionary, which is good for lobs. I like it a lot. You get it on bronze. Silver break starter. Gold dimer is probably the best badge in the game when it comes to being a spot up shooter and having somebody who has gold dimer. The catch and shoots is pretty smooth. You don't really get, you know, those crazy hitches, those fast hitches. So gold dimer is pretty good. You get Hall of Fame ankle assassin, Hall of Fame handles for days, gold strong handle. I know some of y'all gonna be like, yo, well, why you went high strength? You know how many people don't have strength on their builds? So I actually have bumped a lot of, you know, a lot of locks, a lot of guards, especially when the guards feel like that, you know, they can guard me. I activate this badge a lot. You get gold unpluckable. You get Hall of Fame lightning launch. 71 perimeter defense. As a point guard, you don't really need a high perimeter defense, but I went with 71 to get bronze challenger to, you know, to get some type of contest out of the corner. You get an 85 steal. You can play the back doors perfectly. It's thrown at your face. You're 100% going to steal it. Got gold interceptor. I think 85 is the sweet spot. I know some people might want to go like 91 steal to get gold glove, but like I said, man, on ball plucks is not really it no more. It seems like they added a, you know, they hit it tremendously. They nerfed it pretty bad. So I think 85 steal is the best. You get an 88 speed, 77 agility, which gives you gold shifty shooter, 75 strength, like I said, gold strong handle, bronze immovable forcer, and you get a 70 vert. So this is one of my favorite builds right here, man. If you like this, want to use this as a template, feel free to. Let me know what you guys think, comment section below. Okay, now moving on to my 6'7" power forward. I know a lot of you guys might be like, yo, but that's too small. Nah. 6'7", you get the most attributes. You literally get everything. You get everything as a 6'7". I'm just going to go over this really quickly. Once again, can use this as a template. Doesn't have to be copied extremely the same. I went with an 81 standing dunk. It gives you silver rise up. By the way, this is a 2s build. This is a 2s and 3s build. I would not use this build for 5s in the rec unless you're playing corner on defense or pro-am. My pass sack is extremely low. And I did that to get, you know, the best out of every single attribute that I can possibly get. 84 midi and a 77 3-point shot. You can max +1 your set shot specialist, which gives it to you on gold. You also get all the good bases with an 84 midi. I would use Jalen Tyson or Jarrett Culver for this build right here. 75 interior defense, silver paint patroller. Like I said, man, this is all about positioning. I also have a 91 strength, so I think I'm pretty fine with that. An 85 perimeter defense, which gives you the opportunity to guard smaller guards, bigger guards out on the perimeter. You get a 91 steal, which I added my +5 to it. I get Hall of Fame glove and I get Hall of Fame interceptor. And then I also max +1 this as well. And I got legend interceptor on this build, which is pretty broken, especially with max wingspan. You get an 84 block. Like I said, it's all about positioning. Silver paint patroller is just about right. You also get a 75 offensive rebound and a 96 defensive rebound, which gives you Hall of Fame rebound chaser and Hall of Fame box out beast. You can also max +1 both of these and get them legend, which I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, it doesn't make a difference. I felt like I got way better jumping animations with Hall of Fame instead of legend. You get an 85 speed, 76 agility with a 91 strength, which gives you gold brick wall and gold immovable forcer. Now, what I would change about this build is definitely higher vert. Probably I would lower my rebound chaser to gold, maybe up my pass sack, maybe lower my midi, because I'm hearing now a lot of people are making builds with no midi. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this build. If you made it this far, I appreciate you guys 100%. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on this channel, and I'll be back with you guys with another video, man. I'll see y'all. Peace.